Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the explosive developments coming to Port Charles over the next 3 weeks that promise to shake the foundation of multiple families and relationships. From January 26 through February 13, viewers should prepare themselves for an emotional roller coaster filled with dangerous weather conditions, shocking reunions, and manipulative schemes that will leave everyone reeling. Blizzard chaos engulfs Port Charles. The week of January 26 to 30 brings a catastrophic blizzard that will transform Port Charles into a frozen danger zone. This isn't just any winter storm. Meteorologists are calling it the worst weather event to hit the area in decades. With whiteout conditions, sub-zero temperatures, and wind gusts powerful enough to knock out power across entire neighborhoods. The timing couldn't be worse for several Port Charles residents who find themselves in precarious situations. Charlotte Cassadine becomes the epicenter of a terrifying emergency when she mysteriously vanishes during the height of the snowstorm. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance remain unclear, but sources suggest she may have ventured out before the full severity of the storm became apparent. Valentin Cassadine is absolutely devastated when he realizes his daughter is missing in these treacherous conditions. His panic reaches a fever pitch as visibility drops to near zero and search efforts become increasingly dangerous. In his moment of desperation, Valentin turns to an unexpected ally, Carly Spencer. Their connection has always been complicated, but crisis has a way of bringing people together. Carly demonstrates her compassionate side as she helps coordinate search efforts and provides emotional support to the distraught father. Nathan and Lulu's dangerous predicament. Meanwhile, Lulu Spencer experiences her own wave of terror regarding Charlotte's safety. As a devoted mother figure in Charlotte's life, Lulu immediately springs into action despite the hazardous weather. Nathan West joins the search party determined to help locate the missing teenager. However, their noble intentions take an unexpected turn when they become trapped together as the blizzard intensifies to life-threatening levels. Whether they find themselves stranded in an abandoned building, a stalled vehicle, or another isolated location, the enforced proximity creates an atmosphere charged with tension and possibility. The close quarters force Nathan and Lulu into vulnerable conversations they might have otherwise avoided. As the temperature drops and uncertainty about their rescue grows, emotional barriers begin to crumble. Deep confessions spill out regrets about past choices, fears about the future, and acknowledgments of feelings that have been simmering beneath the surface. The chemistry between them becomes undeniable, and in a moment of raw emotion and survival instinct, they share a passionate kiss that changes everything. This intimate moment could have far-reaching consequences for both of their existing relationships and future dynamics in port. Charles. Tracy's unexpected discovery across town. Tracy Quartermain embarks on a mission to Drew Kane's residence with a singular purpose, retrieving cherished Quartermain family mementos that belong in the family estate. Tracy, never one to let sentiment cloud her determination, refuses to let a little winter weather stop her from reclaiming what's rightfully hers. However, when she arrives at Drew's house, she stumbles upon someone completely unexpected. The identity of this mystery person remains tantalizingly unclear. Could it be Charlotte, who sought shelter after her vehicle became immobilized in the treacherous snow? Perhaps she knocked on the nearest door for help and ended up at Drew's place by sheer coincidence. Or could this unexpected visitor be someone else entirely, another character seeking refuge or hiding from the storm? For more sinister reasons, Tracy's sharp instincts will undoubtedly kick in as she processes this surprise encounter. Jason and Britt's intense connection. Jason Morgan's unwavering determination regarding Britt Westbourne finally yields results during the blizzard chaos. Jason has been relentlessly pursuing answers about Britt's increasingly desperate situation, and the storm provides the perfect opportunity for a breakthrough. When Jason steps up to help Britt during the worst of the weather, they find themselves stranded together in isolation. The forced confinement strips away Britt's usual defenses, and Jason seizes the moment to push her toward honesty. He poses difficult questions that Britt has been avoiding, questions about Director Ross Cullum's threats, the true extent of the danger she's facing, and why she's been pushing away people who care about her. Under Jason's persistent but compassionate interrogation, Britt's walls finally crack. She confesses enough details to give Jason a comprehensive understanding of the nightmare she's been living. The revelation of Ross Cullum's manipulation and threats paints a picture of just how trapped Britt has felt. As emotional barriers fall and vulnerability creates intimacy, Jason and Britt's connection deepens significantly. The intense circumstances combined with their shared understanding leads to a passionate encounter as they seek comfort in each other's arms during this tumultuous time. Rocco's heartbreak. In the aftermath of these dramatic events, young Rocco Falconeri faces his own painful setback. Someone close to him delivers a blow that leaves the boy's feelings deeply hurt. The most likely scenario involves Britt deliberately distancing herself from Rocco for what she believes are protective reasons. After her confessions to Jason about the dangers she's facing, Britt may conclude that maintaining distance from Rocco is the only way to keep him safe from Ross Cullum's reach. For an innocent child who has grown attached to Britt, this sudden rejection feels incomprehensible and cruel, even if it stems from good intentions. The situation with Director Cullum remains precarious and dangerous. Ross has made his ruthless intentions crystal clear. He's not someone who makes empty threats. However, Jason's involvement changes the game considerably. With Jason now fully informed and committed to helping Britt, the two may devise a clever strategy to outsmart Cullum and neutralize his threats. Jason's extensive experience with dangerous adversaries could prove invaluable in turning the tables on the manipulative director. Willow's strategic manipulation. During the week of February 2 to 6, Willow Tate finds herself at a crossroads requiring careful calculation. Alexis Davis has been eagerly awaiting approval for Danny Morgan to spend time with his sister Scout Quartermaine. The siblings have been separated by complicated family dynamics, and Alexis believes reuniting them is essential for their emotional well-being. However, Willow holds the cards in this situation and she's prepared to leverage every advantage she possesses. Rather than simply agreeing to Alexis's reasonable request, Willow sees an opportunity to negotiate terms that benefit her own agenda. She may very well use Scout as a bargaining chip in a calculated power play. One highly probable scenario involves Willow establishing strict conditions. Scout can only see Danny after Willow herself gets unrestricted access to her own children, Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos. This hardball tactic demonstrates Willow's willingness to use children as pawns in her increasingly manipulative games. Willow's behavior continues to escalate following the shocking drama surrounding Drew's stroke. Her actions become more ruthless and unpredictable with each passing day. She's no longer the sweet, accommodating person many Port Charles residents once knew. Instead, she's transformed into someone willing to manipulate any situation to achieve her goals. Her upcoming moves promise to deliver more shockers that will leave viewers and fellow characters stunned by her brazen tactics. Maxie's awakening and Nathan revelation. The most anticipated development arrives during the week of February 9 to 13 when Kirsten Storms officially reprises her role as Maxie Jones. February 12 marks the beginning of Maxie's return to viewers' screens as she finally emerges from her coma. This long-awaited awakening represents a turning point for multiple storylines, but nothing will prepare Maxie for the shock awaiting her. Maxie remains completely unaware that Nathan West has miraculously returned from the dead. For Maxie, Nathan's death was a devastating tragedy she believed was permanent. She's been processing grief, raising their daughter without him, and trying to move forward with her life. Suddenly discovering that Nathan is alive will trigger an overwhelming tsunami of emotions, disbelief, joy, confusion, anger about not being told sooner, and a desperate need for answers. The moment when Maxie first learns about Nathan's resurrection promises to be intensely emotional. Will she immediately accept that Nathan is genuinely alive once evidence is presented to her, or will skepticism and fear of disappointment make her doubt what seems impossible? Maxie's intuition has always been sharp, and she may wrestle with gut feelings that something doesn't add up about the entire situation. Her initial reaction will set the tone for how she processes this life-altering revelation. As Maxie catches up on everything that happened during her coma, she'll have countless questions about how she ended up unconscious, why she was in a coma for so long, and what Nathan has been doing since his return. However, there is one critical detail that Nathan and Lulu will likely omit from their recap: the undeniable romantic tension and flying sparks between them during the blizzard. That particular revelation would only complicate an already complex situation, so they'll probably choose discretion over complete transparency. Jen Sidwell's cover-up lurking in the shadows throughout all these developments is Jen Sidwell, who has his own desperate agenda. Sidwell is the person actually responsible for Maxie's coma and the extended separation from everyone she loves. As Maxie awakens and questions arise about what happened to her, Sidwell grows increasingly anxious about potential exposure. He's determined to ensure that no one ever discovers his role in this tragedy. The lengths he'll go to protect his secret remain to be seen, but his desperation makes him extremely dangerous. Sidwell may attempt to manipulate evidence, intimidate potential witnesses, or create alternative explanations for Maxie's condition. His involvement adds a sinister undercurrent to Maxie's recovery story, suggesting that danger still lurks even as she celebrates being reunited with loved ones. The next 3 weeks in Port Charles promise an unforgettable mixture of highs and lows. From life-threatening blizzard conditions and shocking romantic developments to strategic manipulation and miraculous returns, viewers won't want to miss a single episode. Each storyline weaves together to create a tapestry of drama that will have lasting consequences for everyone involved. Stay tuned for all the surprising developments, emotional revelations, and game-changing moments heading your way.